I'm in a bunch of groups and people literally say that, like, I'm putting this on because, the market shifted. So now it's a good time to be able to go out and do that. Well, if you just think through the logic there for just a second, that is a human being who does not care about their students, because if the quote guru can't find the deals, how is the student going to find the deals?
Yeah, exactly.
If the market has compressed to the point where they can't find enough deals to pay their overhead, how in the world is the newbie going to have any shot at making a go at this?
Yeah. And how many times have we been approached about selling some kind of coaching? I mean, a lot of times. Like, you guys educate people for free. You could sell a coaching program. So many times.
Many times.
It's like, oh, well, it's easy. And yeah, it's not that it's bad. I don't want to say that it's bad, but
no,
yeah.
I think everybody can go back. I'm a product of the coaching industry. I came from there. I wouldn't even be here if it weren't for a horrible coaching program that, was, the education, I think, was good, but the coaching, mentoring, and partnering part of it, blew up in the first week after I was out. So, you just got to be careful, because if you're out there looking for this, you're searching for it, there's some things you need to look for. Number one, what does the current business look like? They should be able to tell you how many deals they're doing. They ought to be able to tell you what their, average wholesale fee is if they're selling wholesale. They ought to be able to tell you. You ought to be able to ask deeper questions to start to understand whether or not they're the real deal. And look, super easy thing to do. Heather, if you see somebody who is selling an info product and they're standing in front of a jet, there's a super easy question. Do you know what it is?
Do you own a jet?
Do you own that jet you're in front of? Oh, if they're, and then I'm not suggesting that that's the test of success, because it's not. You don't have to have a jet to be successful. I don't own a jet. Just let's be clear. I don't own a jet. But that's not to say that I didn't try to buy one this year. I did try to buy one this year, but not for me to use. I didn't tell you that. It's because I don't want to pay taxes, Heather. I was seriously looking at a jet. This is complete aside, but if I were to buy a jet, it wouldn't be for me to use. I would lease it out so that I could break even or make a little bit of money on it and take a massive write-off, right? And the numbers actually did work out. The problem is, again, I'm running out of time towards the end of the year here to make this happen. And so, since everyone else on the planet is shopping for jets, apparently too, so we can add that to the list. If you're shopping for a Range Rover, it's probably too late. They probably are sold out. Same thing apparently with jets, people. So in the event that you were shopping for a jet, you're probably SOL at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, ask them if they own the jet. If they don't own the jet and they've taken a picture in front of the jet to sell you about how successful they are, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a piece of advice. And that advice would be, Heather?
Walk away. I don't know.
Walk away. Maybe run. Don't buy their crap.
Yeah. I never like feeling oversold and feeling like someone is not, like they're being something they're not. When we went car shopping, it was a great example of this last weekend. I had one sales guy at the Jeep shop, which, by the way, I was super impressed with Jeep, but he was totally awesome. Didn't try to, push us or anything. And the next guy was totally smug. And my husband and I are both like, yeah, we're not buying from that guy. I feel like a person's character and who they are really matters to me more since working with you, Ron, really matters to me, their core values and doing business with someone that shares those core values. So I would never take a picture of myself and try to be someone I'm not to get a sale ever.
And listen, if you're a guru out there and you have made the mistake of taking what I would consider to be the mistake of taking a picture in front of a jet or a Ferrari, or taking a video of you in what you are, not necessarily claiming, but kind of claiming is your house that you rented off of Airbnb. I mean, if that's what you're doing, after you listen to this, just know that you don't have to do that to be able to get clients. It's not necessary. You can stop being a douche and you can be a normal human being who is, just portrays themselves as who they are. Mm-hmm. It's also all right to tell people, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been pretty successful and I'm looking for 5 people to help or whatever. Just tell people the truth. I found that works a lot better than, what's the other thing people say, Heather? They're not lying. They're
inflating the truth. I don't know what.
I guess. Whatever. It's all lying, people. So if you're implying that you own a jet and you don't own a jet, even though you didn't say you own the jet, you're still a liar. It's okay. It's just let's just call it what it is. That's what it is. And so these gurus out there, there's a few tests, right? Just ask them. Anybody who is successful doesn't mind answering the questions about their business. Mm-hmm. Ask them the questions about their business. Yeah. I don't really want to learn from people who have a huge gross and almost no net. I don't want to learn from people like that. I also don't want to learn from people who work all the freaking time and make a lot of money. I'm impressed by, and I want, like, if I were to go out and choose a guru, I would go out and I would find a guru who has multiple businesses all the time in the world and makes a pile of money.
Yes,
and that you
not
would
the hustle.
Never know it.
Yeah.
Like, because they show up, for instance, I was just in a meeting, I don't know, what, week or 2 ago, Heather? I think I got back and I told you I just hung out with a billionaire. I didn't even know he was that. I mean, I knew he exited a company for like 9 figures, but I didn't realize he was currently a billionaire. And if you saw this dude on the street, you would never know he was worth $1 billion. Never.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what is the book that talks about that, Ron? About the millionaire next door. Is that it?
Millionaire Next Door. Yep.
Yeah. And I like ate that book up, just talking about all the millionaires that are in the country that aren't flashy and just go about their lives, yep. Driving their 10-year-old minivans, maybe. I don't know.
You would literally never know. And a lot of them run really, really successful businesses. And some of them, guys, really do have solid coaching, mentoring programs. So I'm not beating up on the entire industry, just like 90% of it. That's all. 90% of it is just a bunch of crap. The 10% is exceptional. You just have to be able to reach through and grab the exceptional. And I can say that since I don't sell I don't sell coaching.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I can talk about it, and I know a bunch of them. Many of them are in my masterminds, and I know who the good ones are because I hear them talk about their business. And funny, the ones who are really, really good and very successful, almost all of them talk about their business with some kind of regard for the student or the person that they're trying to help. Not about the money. Money seems to be secondary to those people.
That is really interesting.
Yes. The ones who talk about money all the time almost never talk about the people. They talk about numbers. And look, I'm all about numbers too. But at some point, if you're a coach, you have to concern yourself with if the people actually can do what you're teaching them to do. And if they ultimately, if you have a 3% success rate, I think you're a failure as a coach. Great marketer, horrible coach, right? Yeah. Horrible guru.